There we go. Good to see you again. Sorry I was muted there. Very good to see you. How are you? How have your travels been? You know what I'm doing? I'm just posting to say I'm online. Got a slightly new setup now, haven't we? What do we think of this? Hopefully we can see the screens a bit better from this. I'm trying to take a screenshot, but the internet's being a bit slow. Annoyingly. So let's go... Okay, here we go. Good evening, Katie. Good to see you again. How are you? I'm just posting to say I'm online. You know the way. Welcome to Fossil Week, everyone. Good to see everyone. Come on in, come on in. What do we think of this new layout? Hopefully the screens are a little bit easier to see here. I will get back to you all once I have posted to advertise being online. But I'm very well, thank you, Ace. I'm very well. The weather is very, very warm. And I'm enjoying that very much. Sometimes a little bit too warm, but for now, we're good with that. Hello, Ronnie. Good to see you. Yes, we are back. We're here with Fossil Week, and what do we think of this new layout? Hopefully... Things are a little bit easier to see like this. And I've got some fetching cards decorating the display as well. How are you doing, Ronnie? Good to hang out as always. Alright, let's get these. Okay, so we're ready to go in Sapphire. We've got new targets. We've got all sorts going on. Hello, Katie. Yes, I'm glad you're doing well. I will tell you what Fossil Week is in just one moment. Once I've posted. Alright, let's do a post on YouTube. Say I'm live now. How have our weeks been? You can't call your room, having headaches. Oh no, yeah, the sleep hasn't been great, has it? I also haven't been sleeping that well, Ronnie. Sorry to hear that. I think it's due to cool down this weekend a little bit, so... Yeah. Hopefully that will continue to be the case, but only time will tell. Yeah, but how's everyone else been sleeping? It's been a bit of a struggle with it being so warm. I slept terribly last night. But, you know, we move. All right. Just posting this group as well. Great. Just send a message in this group. Hello, welcome in everyone. We'll be getting started in literally 30 seconds time. I will just announce that I'm live. There we go. Okay then, I think we're good. Yeah, let's do it. So then, what is Fossil Week indeed, Katie? Well, Safari Week, as you saw, we were in the Safari Zone shiny hunting Pokemon there. Fossil Week, we're shiny hunting fossil Pokemon. It's as simple as that. Fossil Pokemon, you have to get them revived in a lab, so we're here in Leaf Green in the Cinnabar Island lab. We're going to be shiny hunting Aerodactyl there. This one, right here. You may well be familiar with that one, Katie, one of the original Pokemon. In Sapphire, which is front and centre, we're going for Lileep. Barnacle, Rock Grass Pokemon. Love Lileep and Cradily. And in Platinum, in the Black DS on the right, we are going for Shieldon, which is a little armoured Pokemon. I love Shieldon and Bastiodon. Did a lot of work for me in Shining Pearl. So I can't wait to get started. I love fossil Pokemon. I think it's a really cool concept. The way this is going to work is we are going to talk to the scientists here and revive the fossils. And if they're not shiny, we reset and we keep going. The odds are still 1,892. Here in Platinum, it's going to be a little bit different because you can get 5 fossils before resetting. And someone did the math on this, and over the course of 8,192 encounters or odds, if you go through all 5 rather than resetting after each one, then you save yourself about 8 hours overall over the course of 8,192 encounters. So, that's what we're going to be doing. It's going to make the counting slightly interesting, but I will be as on top of it as I can. It's going to be, a little bit of a pilot for the first few minutes of the stream as we get all of this worked out. But let's get going. So, Katie, we've got Aerodactyl here, that's a fossil one. We've got Omanyte here, that's a fossil one. If we get the shiny Aerodactyl in Leaf Green, then we'll move on to Omanyte, because I also have the Helix fossil in that game. Just to catch up a little bit on these. Ooh, you get the evening sun in your room. Oh, no, you're roasting, but you have to sleep in a different room. Oh, no. You've had to sleep in a different room. That's so frustrating, Katie, but it's nice to have the evening light. You're figuring out what plushie you're going to ask to get in the Pokemon Center for Hawaii. Yeah, absolutely. I need to think about that as well. Started work again this week after 2 weeks vacation. Yeah, of course. Well, I hope going back to work has been okay for you, Ronnie. Hope you had a fantastic holiday in Spain. Sounds like it. And hello, Damien. Yes, getting flashbacks indeed, but with a lovely new setup. Hopefully slightly more visible screens. But the flashbacks will not be repeated. We will be, surely, having better luck this fossil week. It's going to be interesting navigating all these resets, but let's see how we go. So, not helpful that this scientist had moved so far away, but let's do this. So, we are... That's the best way of... I think I kind of covered the screen there. But anyway, great. So, Lileep, we're not going to give it a nickname. Oh dear. Guess we'll just have to do that. Ugh. It's my first time navigating all of these systems. Oh no. Okay, so let's see. Pokemon. Bulbasaur, Aerodactyl, not shiny there. Sceptile is shiny, and that's my shiny Sceptile. Itson. And the Lileep here, not shiny. Oh, purple guy. And then here in the Platinum, we're going to get a shield on here, but we're going to do multiple in one. You'll see what I mean. This Lileep, hopefully we'll be able to see this a little bit better. It's because it's a very reflective screen, but it's a little bit better than we were. No, you don't have to run back in, actually, every time. It's when you receive it, the shininess is determined. You know what? We've got some unsightly... Just need to tilt that Game Boy screen, so I came prepared for this. I've got Blue Tack. I am going to stick a Pokemon just to... Yeah, there we go. Got Scolipede perking up on top of the Game Boy. Haha, there we go. Great. So now I can reset Sapphire... Reset the Leaf Green. Oh no. Okay, I might have to... Just have to re-angle it so I have better access to the buttons here. Come on. There we go. Right. And now we give them another fossil in Platinum. And then we go and revive it. we will navigate our way around how all of these work. Oops. Okay. Not a shiny Lilip there. Okay, we can go back in and get the shield. Interesting navigating all these games at once, isn't it? I wonder if... I wonder what the most efficient way of doing this is. I feel like we probably reset each time on the platinum as well. Okay. Thanks for bearing with me as I figure out the most efficient way of doing these things. Alright. So. You don't want to give a nickname. Okay. Aerodactyl Lily, not shiny. Meanwhile, we do the platinum. Hello there, Emerald. Funny man, I appreciate being called that. Nice to see you, my friend. How are you doing? Fantastic to see you back. We're here for Fossil Week. Let's go. And we're just working out how to navigate all these systems at once. Well, that's not a shiny shield on, but it is female, which is cool. Do the fossils have a reduced chance of being female, like the first partner Pokémon? I feel like they probably do. I'm going to move this Girafarig card over a little bit. And the Poltergeist. That's good. Right. Okay, stick around, Ace. Well, good to see you. Even for the brief time that you were here. Why is the scientist running away from me? And hope you have a very merry rest of your evening. Ace, I'm sorry I missed your message earlier about your travelling. You're currently in Geneva. Oh, cool. All right. Well, I hope you've been enjoying Geneva. I've never been to Switzerland. I look forward to hearing about it at some point, Ace. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. I could swap the leaf. Yeah, I could do that. Leaf green DS for the game, but I could do that. The thing is, I don't know, the DS screen is just easier to see, isn't it? That I'm thinking about what you all can see easiest. Also, I don't know. It's tough to be that efficient with managing these three systems. But let's see. You're trying to get a Chikorita and Scarlet Violet. Nice. Not enjoy making the sandwich. Well, good luck, Emerald. Hope you get the Chikorita. What a great shiny. And hello, Burb. Good to see you. How are you doing? What's new with you? Fantastic to see you back here. Now, what's our best way of navigating these? If I... Okay, let's just stick to the plan here. Stick to the plan. Yeah, let's go soon as well, Ronnie. Yes, I remember you said you have to go soon, but still, thank you so much for stopping by for the brief time that you have been able to, Ronnie. I very much appreciate it. And, well, thank you so much. Yes, I am not a commentator at Worlds, unfortunately, but it's going to be a fantastic team. And, yeah, I'm sure they'll do a fantastic job. But I very much appreciate that. Hashtag we want Charlie. Get that trending. No, that's incredibly kind of you all. But yes, really fun team that they've got going on at Worlds. Fancy Fennekin and XY, yeah, getting to odds today. Wow, so you've been putting in a lot of work behind the scenes for that. I hope that pays off your Emerald. Yeah, well, at some point. Okay, we've received another shield on. And it's not shiny. I think it's a bit unmanageable doing all these at the same time. Oh, thanks, Emerald. Yes. Alas, I'm not casting at Worlds, but it's going to be a fantastic team. And I'm not going to Hawaii, Ronnie, no. I figured it, from the UK, obviously, it's hours and hours and hours away, like a 24-hour flight, and I figured when it's in a less remote location, then maybe I would go at some point, but not this time. Also, it's going to be absolutely baking hot there, so I don't mind avoiding the heat this time around. Okay. I think let's keep things simpler and more efficient. Maybe we can alternate between Shield On and some of the others, but for now, I reckon let's stick to our Generation 3s. Okay, so we've already reset, so it'd be silly not to check this one just in case. Let's see if these ones are shiny. No, they are not. Okay, fine. So, I'm going to turn off the Sapphire. I'm going to turn off the Platinum. We are going to remove the Sapphire cartridge. We are going to put this in. Burb, you like Shiny Shield On as well? Yes. A fantastic, fantastic shiny. Yeah, this is a little bit more manageable. Great. So, let's just get set up here. Now, hopefully, these are all relatively visible, and I think we're going to be able to get through these encounters much quicker now. So, how many encounters have we done? Let's say 10. There we go. Do they have to be shiny? So, Katie, we're shiny hunting them. So, yes, we're going for the shiny versions of them. Yeah, just like Safari Week. Just like Safari Week. Hawaii is a lovely place. Katie, you've been? Yeah, of course. Oh, of course I booted up the Platinum instead. Yeah, we are getting used to this. We're supposed to be booting up the Sapphire. Yes. Have a merry evening, Ronnie. Appreciate you using that way of phrasing it. And see you very soon. Enjoy your evening. Good luck for your meeting. I think you said you had a meeting tonight. So, yeah, I mean, a Friday night. Heights of summer. Good luck for that. And as you say, have a very merry rest of your day. Now then. Okay, so let's turn that off. Let's get the Sapphire going. Okay, we're getting there. You're going to play Fire Emblem Engage. Fair enough, Damien. Enjoy Fire Emblem Engage. The appropriate element right now, given how hot it is. So enjoy that. You were pretty young when you went to Hawaii, Katie. It was still very cool that you've been. Very cool. Make sure we're all staying hydrated, everyone. Make sure we're all staying hydrated. Great. Okay, we are on track more now. Okay. That is not a shiny lily, but it was a shiny Sceptile. That's my shiny Sceptile. It's in from my Sapphire Dream Team Quest. Let's reset. Let's go again. Here we go. Good. Got more of a routine here now. This reset should actually be pretty fast. Just skipping in leaf green and fire red, this little summary bit. Is there any way to turn off that the screen where it says gives that summary of everything you did last time? Because it really slows things down. That's a leap, not shiny. And we reset. So then, everyone, we got a lot to talk about. Regulation Set H was announced for any of the competitive players. We got the World's commentators announced. Aerodactyl and Lily. Well, it's been a week since I streamed. About 8 days, I guess, to be exact. So what's everyone up to? What's new with everyone? Damien, what's your latest Pokemon quest? What's your latest shiny hunt? Hello, Wormseye. Good to see you. And you can't turn off that little summary. That's a shame. But how are you doing, Wormseye? Good to see you back here for Fossil Week. Oh, goodness. Lily and Aerodactyl. So, we're going for Aerodactyl on Leaf Green and Lilip on Sapphire. We'll be going for Shield on as well, but it seems a little bit unwieldy to go for 3 at the same time here, especially because the timing is a little bit different for hunting on Platinum. So I think we'll probably alternate. Oh. I'm still just navigating my way around when to time all of these button presses. Oh, goodness. Come on. There we go. Okay. Dactyl, Lily, not shiny. But Alola indeed, Damien. So, Katie, we're reviving them, and then we're seeing if the revived Pokemon is shiny, basically. We already have the fossil. The fossil has already been brought back to life by the scientist. And then we are seeing if the fossil that's been revived is shiny. That's how that works. I realise it's a lot to get your head around. But yeah. Hopefully that makes a little more sense. So. Oops, did not reset here. Yeah, it's resetting on the DS's is tough. I do have 2 Game Boy Advances, but I just think it's going to be harder to see the screens. We'll get used to it. Now then. Revive, Katie. Yes, so they're fossilized Pokemon. We are bringing the Pokemon back to life. And it's only once they've been revived from the fossil that we can see if they're shiny or not. Okay, good. I'm going into slightly more of a routine. So then. I was on a little break from streams. Needs the time to compose after Safari Month. Well, yeah, basically, Emerald, whatever I streamed next came down to the timing. If we'd finished Safari Week a little bit earlier, then maybe we'd have moved on to streaming the Silver Dream Team quest that I have planned. But the timing was just too good not to participate in Fossil Week. So here we are. Fossil Week starts today. Gave me a nice week's break from stream after Safari Month. And so yeah. It also ties us over until my birthday, which is very soon. I've been in deep conversations with Pokemaniac Pete, one of the Merri folk, about the specifications for a computer that I can get so I can stream from the Switch and other more up-to-date games, let's say. Which is very exciting. I can't wait to do some more, competitive streaming from the Switch. And so in the meantime, we're going to do one more retro hunt, and Fossil Week just fell kind of perfectly for it. So that's why we're doing this. Thanks so much for asking, Emerald. So, you're shiny hunting Aaron in Shining Pearl, Damien. Very nice. Been over 110 hours, nothing has shone. Dratini didn't, and Aaron is being stolen. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, we can't choose it, can we, Damien? Something will shine when it decides to shine. Hopefully, it won't be as long as your Dratini hunt, but we'll have to see. So interesting you say that. I was just recording with Gabby Snyder earlier today for her episode of Chazingdra Chats. Had a fantastic chat with Gabby, and that episode is going to be out in a couple of weeks' time, I think. And Gabby was shiny hunting Aaron on, I think it was Platinum, or Generation 4, she said, at least. So, yeah. You and Gabby both. Although, this was a hunt that Gabby did way back in the day. Yeah. Yes. Need to go back into the man cave and get over that Venonat. Yes, we did run away from shiny Venonat. It wasn't fun. It wasn't pretty. I think I'm a little bit behind on these, actually. These encounters. But it made us the person we are today, so we are ultimately grateful for all those experiences. The next Splatfest is next weekend, Damien. Oh, cool. Well, all the very best for that. Love that it was Sorry Month instead of Sorry Week, Katie. I'm not sure I did, but I'm glad you did, Katie. It was a pleasure to have you in the streams. So, starch first. What would you eat every day? Bread, rice, or pasta? Ooh, good question. Every day. What? As in you can eat other things? Or is that all that you're allowed to eat? Bread, rice, or pasta? If it's amongst other things, then I would eat... I could definitely eat bread every day. I probably do eat bread every day, to be honest. So, Worm's Eye, you are trying to help a friend with Regulation H ideas, still trying to get a new job. Much like Sorry, painful and slow process. Well, hey. I hope that your job hunt goes swimmingly. Hope that you get that, find a job that you're fascinated by, and you thoroughly enjoy it, Worm's Eye. But, yeah, Regulation Z8, very, very exciting times. You know that I'm very excited to build around Kingdra. Of course I am. And so many others. Porygon Z, I think, is very exciting. How about you? Worm's Eye, what are you excited to build around? Also, sorry about the flickering camera, everybody. I'm going to move this Vulpix. Ooh. Ooh, good. Right, let me just deal with these cards. There it is. Okay, I think this is going to be easier. You're Team Pasadamian, and you are Team Rice Emerald. Wow. So I got all the diversity coming out there, in terms of the answers. Oh dear. Okay. Good enough. Culture. View a bit higher. Okay, I prefer that. Right. Now then. Oh. Okay. So, let me catch up here. Yeah, the pronunciation of the Pokemon Aron, A-R-O-N, is an interesting one. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. If anyone can clarify, then please do. It's a really interesting name. Okay. Hello, Tony. Good to see you. Welcome to Fossil Week. Well, hey, time for another hunt. Let's see if we can make one of these fossils shine. We're going for Aerodactyl and Leaf Green. And we're going for Lileep in Sapphire. We've got some Shield on ready to go at some point as well. Maybe we'll switch and hump that at some point. But doing them all at the same time, as I found, is a little bit unmanageable. How are you doing, Tony? Good to see you again, my friend. No shiny Aerodactyl. No shiny Lileep. So. Only eat bread, rice, or pasta. Different bread with different flavours of jam. Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's what I'd do. I think that might be... So what does that mean for the pasta? You can have different sauces and stuff with it, Damien. Always one game that doesn't quite reset. Yeah, Tony, we're talking about if you could only eat rice, bread, or pasta, what would you choose? Oh, yeah. Oh, Tony, yeah. Oh, you didn't hear. So, the reason why I've had a... Oops, I haven't got the fossil yet. Not the Aerodactyl yet. Stop running away from me. The reason why I haven't streamed for the past week is that I did indeed find a shiny Venonat. But then I was in such a rhythm of button pressing that I ran away from it. Didn't even run away from me. I ran away from it. It was very sad. But it was bound to happen, I think. Or at least it's not surprising that it happened. You're just hammering through buttons, and then you look up, and all of a sudden it says, got away safely, and you've run away from a shiny. But yes, it was... it was crushing. You can see all the sketches I've been doing about this, Tony, on my socials, which are linked below. But yeah, so we did find a shiny, but it was a fail. But anyway, fossils can't run away from you. So that's a good thing. Very welcome. I know, Tony. To be honest, I'm just thrilled to be out of the Safari Zone, so... I don't mind too much. It was a real shame. I love Shiny Venonat. Would have loved to have welcomed it onto the team, but alas. And the lore. We're building up some Chazingdra lore, for sure. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. So... You choose pasta, Tony, and bread a close second. Fair enough. Due to being very American, bread is other bread things as well, like croissants. Oh, okay. That's the good. Stop running away from me. Yes, sometimes I'm not on it enough, and this scientist in Cinnabar runs away from me. So then I have to re-angle myself in order to talk to him. So you can have different sauce on the pasta, Damien. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I think I still choose bread. Because then you could have, like, you can try and approximate a 5 a day and have some kind of vegetable spread or something. It's important to have, for a challenge like this, it would be important to have as varied a diet as you possibly can. As difficult as that would be. So, same for rice and different meals you can make with it. Oh, well, that changes things, Damien. That changes things. It would probably be rice in that case for me. So then you could have curry, you could have rice and vegetables. I mean, seems like rice is kind of a cheat code for this question. Hello, Luke. Good to see you. How are you doing, Luke? We're back for Fossil Week. How have you been? Not a shiny Aerodactyl. Ah, not a shiny loop. Now, here in this hunt, yes, the encounters go by much slower, because Safari Zone encounters are lightning fast. But it does mean that it's immediately clear when you find a shiny. If I do reset over the shiny after saying this, then obviously you have my full approval to mock me. But the entire screen changes. Look, you see, this is a shiny Sceptile. Oh, no, it's impossible not to do. Possible to do here with my big finger in the way. But the description screen here in leaf green, this border will be light blue. There'll be a star. Here in sapphire, that background will be a little bit paler. So it should be pretty clear when we have got a shiny. Joda, good to see you. You have good news and bad news again. All right then. Hit me. Welcome to Fossil Week, though. Creating his own Avengers with shiny Pokemon. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Avengers is the right word for it. We need to avenge the loss of the shiny Venonat that I accidentally ran away from in Safari Week. Dactyl. No. Leap. No. You're good despite the heat. Yeah, it's boiling, isn't it, Luke? Yeah, I think this weekend is supposed to be a little bit cooler. So, yeah, let's hope so. Let's hope so. What have you been up to? How is your shiny dream team for Lee coming along? Such a cool project. Luke is shiny hunting Lee's dream team from my podcast, Chazingdra Chats. The episode I did with Lee. In the show, we take a stroll through the life stories of people in the Pokemon community and discover the 6 Pokemon on their dream team along the way. It's a lot of fun, it's very insightful. There are all sorts of previous episodes on the channel, so I hope you can go and check those out. I recorded with Gabby Snyder today, the next episode, and we had a fantastic chat, and that episode will be out in a couple of weeks' time, so excited for you all to hear that. Gabby Snyder, of course, a Pokemon video game and Go-caster. So, he's attempted another Safari catch. It was a shiny Psyduck level 34. Try to catch. Failed. Attempting again. Oh, goodness. Good luck, Joda. Good luck. That's, you're still in the Safari zone. But you found a shiny in Safari Wheat, right? You're done for Safari Wheat. You're now just in the Safari zone for fun, so to speak. Am I right? Please tell me I'm right. Please tell me that you've been struggling to find a shiny all this time. Joda, good luck to you. This is good. This is a much better rhythm, much more manageable than with the Platinum there as well. Okay. You'd catch a shiny Venonat in Scarlet Violet just for me as a small remedy. Oh, well, yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. We're going to have to reclaim it, though, one day. We're going to have to reclaim that shiny Venonat in Safari Zone, especially because, even more depressingly, Safari Week last year, when I wasn't streaming, I found a shiny Venonat and a shiny Nidorino, and they were both fails. They ran away from me. So this year would have been the reclaim of the shiny Venonat, but alas. Very, very disappointing. Oops. There we go. Where do we find fossils is a very good question, Katie. Very good question. So, it depends on the game. In these two, so, in Leaf Green, which is on the left here, the fossil you pick up in a cave. In Sapphire, which is on the right here, you pick it up in a desert. And in both games you have a choice between two fossils and you can only choose one. Aerodactyl is a slight exception to that. You can get that separately in the game. Aerodactyl is the pterodactyl Pokemon that we are looking for on this Leaf Green. Shiny Aerodactyl. Oh, what a find that would be. But then in Platinum, which is the other game that I might bring out later on, we're going to have Shiny Shieldon. And there, you can actually go underground and dig for them, which is very cool. Very cool. Dig for the fossil in a little mini game. And I love that in Generation 4. So that's how it works, Katie. Hello there, Beefy. Thank you so much. Yes, a little bit of a rejig to the stream layout. And yeah, pleased with it. We're working with what we can do right now. My birthday soon. From which point, hopefully, I'll be be able to stream from the Switch. Oh, damn. Sorry, I'm back screen them. I didn't mean to. Streaming from the Switch, as well as generally more visible hunts. How are you doing, Beefy? Good to see you again. How's your week been? Is it as warm over in America as it is in the UK? I suspect it might be. You just need Larvitar for Lee's Dream Team Shiny Quest. Luke, you're going to wait for the outbreaks. Yes, of course, I remember you saying. Fantastic. Have fun with those outbreaks, Luke. I still need to get the shiny Tatsugiri set from the outbreak. It's running at the moment. Actually, I already have the shiny yellow one. Which is that? The that curly, stretchy. I think it's curly. The other one. Is that right? Might be wrong. Just for fun. Okay, good, Joda. I'm glad you're not still stuck in the Safari Zone. I mean, I was there for a month, but I mean, you'd have gone 5 weeks if that had been the case. Well, I do hope that Psyduck shines for you soon. Which wasn't our hunting for now, Tony. So, in Leaf Green, it's the Aerodactyl, and in Sapphire, it is the Lileep. We also have a Helix fossil in this Leaf Green. So we could go for Omanyte. And that's the plushie I've got here. Dusty, how you doing, Dusty? Good to see you. Rock, that's my Aerodactyl. How you doing, Rock? Good to see you as well. And then we also have Shieldon in a Platinum, which I'll probably switch to at some point this evening. But yeah, managing all three proved a little bit untenable. Oh, you're talking about me. I'm looking stylish. Thank you so much, Beefy. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, this is nice green linen shirt. It's got to be linen right now. It's so warm. But thank you. Ooh. Let's reset. There we go. So then, everyone, what are our thoughts on Regulation Set H? The new competitive regulation set, where you can no longer use legendaries, tongue twister, temporarily until January. I love non-legendary formats. I mean, the legendary formats bring their own thing, but I personally, I'm very excited to see some more underpowered Pokemon shine. Like Kingdra. Just saying. I think Porygon Z has a lot of potential. Annihilate is huge, still. But yes, so much potential. I can't wait to dive in. What are we all thinking? What do we think is going to be good? And are we all excited for the World Championships? Just a couple of weeks away now. In fact, yeah, 2 weeks today will be day one. Wow. Feels so strange to say. It's what the whole season's been building towards. Past year's gone so fast. I sound like a wistful old man, but it's true. And I am. So. Can't be too disappointed about that. You'll have noticed that these encounters are slower than the Safari Zone. That's because you got to reset. Every time we reset, then the fossil is refreshed, so to speak. So there's a chance at shininess. Palafin, you're looking forward to? Luke? I remember you talking about your Terragrass Palafin in the Discord community, Chazingdra's Chocolate Factory. If anyone's not in there who would like to be, the link is below in the description. Yes, but Palafin will be huge. Then as soon as Urshifu is allowed, Palafin will probably drop off again. But for now, yeah. Great to see it back in action. Also because I got a shiny Palafin the other week. Looking forward to being able to use that. You don't play competitive anymore, Damien? Of course not, but you once did. And hopefully we'll see you back on the competitive side at some point. Very excited for Regulation H2, Tawny. Archaladon will rock. Oh yeah, true. Excited to see how Sinister will fare. True. Primarina, all very good options. Yeah, there's so much potential on the table. Basically, Regulation Set A, but for the newly introduced Pokemon in the Teal Mask and the Indigo Disc as well, to Scarlet and Violet. So, Oh. Centra Damien, yes. Yeah, I also saw that post that Aaron Cybertron Jang put out, Damien. Centra Okoing, Shadow Rider Calyrex. That was so funny. Of course, Shadow Rider Calyrex takes double super effective damage from Dark type moves, meaning Psychic and Ghost type. Centra with knockoff just immediately. Usually neutralize it. Centra, a very sweet, very small Pokemon. It was like I'd forgotten the word for Pokemon there, but I hadn't. Just my words failing me. What's the word? Pokemon, that's it. You're excited to use our childhood again as well, Luke? Cool. Now, we gotta ask at the beginning of Fossil Week, which, by the way, organised by Quick Panic and Tales of Taylor, two shiny hunters. You can listen to the interview I did with Quick Panic. In Chazingdra Chats, that episode is up on my channel, and the link to that is below. We gotta ask, what's everyone's favourite fossil Pokemon? We've asked it before, but let's ask afresh. Heading into this stream, what's everyone's favourite fossil Pokemon? For me, oh, it's very difficult. I love fossil Pokemon. My shortlist is Omanyte, 100 encounters. Omanyte, Aerodactyl, Cradily, Bastiodon, Aurorus, yeah. And then out of those, my favourite fossil is probably... might be Cradily, actually. Might be Cradily. I do like Bastiodon, though. Oh, it's really difficult. You know, I'm going to have to reflect on it. I can't call it right now. I just generally love the vibe of fossil Pokemon, so... How about you all? Favourite fossil Pokemon? Aerodactyl or Dracozolt or Dracovish, Emerald? Dracovish. What a phenomenally strong Pokemon. Caracosta, Luke. Your fave fossil is Archeops, Beefy, and Quick Panic. Welcome, my friend. Please welcome one of the hosts of Fossil Week. It is Quick Panic, Carl Wilkinson himself. How you doing, my friend? Thank you so much for hosting. I'm excited to find a shiny fossil Pokemon, which we will do within Fossil Week, without having to go overtime. Having said that, the resets are pretty slow. So let's hope. Let's hope. But anyway, Carl, how you doing? Good to see you. And for you, Tyrant, Rampardos, and Aurorus make it hard to choose betwixt them. Excellent use of betwixt. So you like those Gen 6 fossils then, Quick? No shiny Aerodactyl. No shiny Lily. Huh. Thank you, Quick. Yeah, let's hope I find something under odds. It's about time. And what are your targets? Or am I right in remembering, Quick, that you're just sort of doing luck of the draw and seeing which fossils in Generation 7 decide to shine for you? A very cool way of doing it. We got our platinum with shield on the side as well, by the way, Carl. It was unmanageable doing 3 systems at once, so I think we'll just alternate and do some shield on sometimes by itself, do some of these by themselves, or together sometimes, you know. A T-Rex and a Brachiosaurus, exactly what Kalos gave us, Carl. Yes. Hubbycom, welcome to the chat. Good to see you. How are you doing? How'd you find the stream? How did you come across it? Yours will always be Kabuto. Someone who went to the beach often, you found lots of horseshoe crabs. Oh, very nice. Have I not spoken to this scientist? There we go. Cranidos for you, Worm's Eye. I prefer shield onto Cranidos myself. Casey, you don't really know what fossil Pokemon are. Well, fair enough, fair enough. I think you probably recognise the Generation 1 fossil Pokemon, Katie, but yes, well, understandable. Fossil Mart, no beefy, stop it, stop it. Let's not get this going too early, shall we? Alrighty. Gotta go for Aerodactyl for you, Tony. Yeah, fantastic choice. Cradily does have a banger shiny, Carl. It certainly does. Oh, yeah. I love the Cradily, the Lily line. So, you've got Tyrantrum Strong Spawn in Sword, Lily Ponsel Silver, Fossil Roulette in Ultra Sun. Cool. One fossil for everybody except Tyrant. You want to say for your Y Dream Team quest. Nice. So you're a Tyrant kind of guy. I'm an Amaura kind of guy, Quick. I love the Ice type. Yeah, nice. Y Dream Team quest. Sounds like a lot of fun. I also would like to do a Y Dream Team quest at some point, and also, Amaura would be on that team for me, so. We complement each other, Carl. Not sure if you were still in the chat when I said this last time, by the way, but because I found that shiny Totodile in Heart Gold while watching your Heart Gold shiny badge quest, and you had shiny for Alligator, I just had to name my rival in the game Kyle. So Kyle is the antagonist of mine in Pokemon Heart Gold. That was an amazing moment. And yes, that is probably becoming a shiny badge quest in Heart Gold. Inspired by you, Carl. So thank you very much. Mara and Aurorus have amazing cries. They certainly do. You know what's coming next, Carl? Time for the Aurorus impression. This is one I've done before. And certainly distinctive. Here we go. Like that. I'm sorry if I hurt your ears. But that's Aurorus. Absolute honour. Yeah, well, Carl. You're immortalised in that game. Had to be. No, Emerald, no. thinking about this before. We're not thinking about Fossil Month. Not here. 10 out of 10 for Auroras. Thank you, Quick. Thank you. Oh, that means so much. We will have to see after Fossil Week. To be honest, I'm not sure I would have the time to continue. So let's hope we get a shiny in the time. Means we're going to have to be as efficient as possible with these resets. It should be slightly quicker in Platinum. Alright, well, we started doing a couple of Pokemon cries. If anyone wants to suggest a Pokemon cry for me to do, you'd be most welcome. And we'll see what we can do. Maybe we start with the... Start with some fossil Pokemon. Fossil Pokemon are quite difficult. You saw Longlegs last weekend. You're seeing Deadpool and Wolverine tonight. Good, Beefy. You're getting to the cinema. Oops. Oh. Alright. What did you think of Longlegs? I hope you're excited for Deadpool and Wolverine. Oops, too many encounters there. Snorlax cry, yeah. That's my Snorlax cry, Tony. The odds are actually double that, Tony. 1 in 8,192 in these games. Crazy. Of course, we went more than 50,000 encounters in Safari Week, so with no shiny. Nearly 6.5 times over odds, so surely we'll get a shiny sooner in Fossil Week. Surely those odds will balance out, but who knows? I will also have you all know that this copy of Sapphire is what my Dream Team quest is on. And has had very good luck. All of the finds were under odds on this copy of Sapphire, so... maybe that's a good sign. Especially since we went so over odds in Safari Week. In fact, yeah, so that means we found... in this copy of Sapphire, I found 7 shinies under odds. Because Kyogre was added on the end. And that means in Safari Week, we sort of balanced out. Because we went 6.5 times over odds. So yeah, I guess we're back to base odds now. If that makes sense. 7 shinies under odds. Then going 6.5 times over odds in Safari Week. So yeah, maybe this will be more or less at odds this hunt. Don't know. I hope I just fell asleep and snored. Yes, Tony. I don't know. Snorlax's cry doesn't really sound like a snore, does it? It's just this sort of gormless, charming. Surprisingly little noise. Now then. Longlegs was great. You recommend it if I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it, and I'm not sure I did plan on seeing it actually, but I've heard a couple of good things about it. So, thanks for that, Beefy. We've asked what everyone's favourite fossil Pokemon is, but what's everyone's favourite shiny from the fossil Pokemon? What's everyone's favourite shiny from the fossil Pokemon? I'd like to hear Bruxish, Tony. Let me just remind myself of Bruxish. I know it's quite a fierce cry, Bruxish. But I can't remember it off the top of my head. Might have to brush up on that one. Might have to brux up on that one, Tony. And get back to you. Shine's a bit different, Emerald. It certainly is. Certainly is. What would mine be? I think I prefer shiny Lileep to shiny Cradily. If anyone's not aware, Lileep is purple, shiny is green, and Cradily swaps that. Cradily is purple, whereas its Cradily shiny is purple, whereas its non-shiny is green. That's a cool one. Do you like Shieldon and Bastiodon as well? You know, as a shiny. And in their regular form, I love that fossil Pokemon. Archen and Archeops, that's a very cool shiny. Also, I like Tortuga and Caracostas. Oh, they're also good. Amarororis, I like the white. Any white or black shiny, I just think is really cool. Sort of stripping things back to being more simple. Oh, the Galar fossils are such cool shinies as well, though. Going monochrome almost. I remember finding a shiny Dracovish in a raid den in Pokemon Shield. That was so exciting. I've been shiny hunting it. Loved it. Mega Aerodactyl, Emerald, Crandus, or Tyrantrum for you. Very good choices. I haven't encountered any shiny fossil yet, so your call will be the first you'll ever encounter. That's a really good way of putting it, Tony, yeah. Aurorus was your first full art shiny? Wow! That's so cool, Beefy. What a first shiny to have. Aurorus! Such a cool Pokemon. No pun intended with the ice. As ever. Yeah, nice. The Wandering one in the Crown Tundra. Very cool. What's my favourite shiny? Of the fossils. I love Anorith and Armaldo shinies as well. It's very difficult. I'm going to say... I think we're going to say Bastiodon. It's pretty subtle. Shieldon is kind of a dusty yellow. And then its shiny is bright yellow. And its sort of headpiece goes from grey to blue. Yeah. Probably Bastiodon. I spent a long time getting 5 armor fossils in my copy of Platinum, so... yeah, we will be switching over and doing some Shieldon resets at some point. Have I got to an odd number here? Stop moving. Let's check these. Let me try and attempt a Aerodactyl cry. Aerodactyl. It's like... That's a very... reduced version of what it is. Almost tuneful. Almost sing-song. Omanyte is like... It sounds a bit dusty. It sounds like it's sweeping almost. Kind of like that. Oops. Oops. Send you the right way up, Poltergeist. Alright. Chuck in any cries you want me to have a go at, chat. Any cries you want me to attempt? Let me know. What are we all up to this weekend? Let me think as well about some Pokemon questions. Thanks, Tony. Yes. Disappointed not to be doing Worlds, but I appreciate the sentiment. I won't be going to Hawaii, if that's what you mean. I figured from the UK, it's just too remote a place to get to. Were it somewhere nearer, then maybe I would just go and spectate, or, yeah. But I won't be going there this time around. But I can't wait to tune in to the stream from home. It's going to be so exciting. You want to hear the Turtonator cry? Yeah, of course, Beefy. Yes, I remember you asking about this, and I still haven't brushed up on it, I'm afraid, so... Leave that with me. Sorry, Beefy. Sorry. I will remind myself of Turtonator's cry. And come back prepared. Did I go to Worlds last year? No, I didn't go to Worlds last year because I was doing my one-man show at the Edinburgh Fringe. In the UK, so, oops. So, yeah, I wasn't able to make it out to Yokohama. Would have been incredible. I very much hope to go back to Japan at some point. I have been to Tokyo before, and Kyoto. 10 years ago now. I was at Worlds in London, though, in 2022. Europe to Hawaii, not so easy. Exactly, Tony. Are you going? Is anyone else going to Worlds? In the chat? In the stream? And yeah, sorry, Beefy. Sorry, I still haven't brushed up on the Turtonator cry. You've been waiting very patiently. So I will try and remedy that. I love this giraffe rig design on this card, by the way. It's very, very picturesque. We're describing a picture as picturesque because it's literally a picture. But, you know what I mean. Frolicking through the colourful fields amongst the vines. Where can you watch the one-man show, Beefy? Well, thanks so much for asking. I appreciate that. I hope at some point in the relatively near future, but don't hold your breath, it will go onto YouTube, the whole thing. So yeah, watch this space for that, but I appreciate the interest. It's about my medical condition and a new medicine that came out for it. I have cystic fibrosis, and a new medicine that really... it's been a real game changer. So I felt important to write a show about. As well as the experience of someone who was shielding in lockdown, as I was doing, because my condition made me more vulnerable. So, it's a comedy though. Might not sound it, but it is a comedy. Because I think it's important that stories about health, yes, they tend to be solemn, and it's understandable why, but it can be dehumanizing that. It's important to remember the human behind the medical condition or whatever health things that person might be going through. So that's the background to it. But yeah, hopefully it will all be on YouTube at some point, Beefy. And I will keep you posted. I appreciate the interest though. You're not going to be going to Worlds, Damien, neither are you, Tony. Yeah, fair enough. Also, Hawaii is going to be so hot. I mean, the UK is hot enough right now, so I dread to think how hot Hawaii is going to be. The condition is called cystic fibrosis, Emerald. Cystic fibrosis. So yeah, doing the show, as well as all the things I mentioned, I just wanted to raise awareness of it. It affects the lungs. And also, it's about the relationship between physical and mental health, the relationship between doctor and patient. Lots of things going on. Lots of causes that are very, lots of themes that are very close to my heart. You can't go to Worlds, Beefy. This will be the first time you've watched Worlds. Either way, very exciting. At least more than a few clips. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it, Beefy. I'm excited to hear your thoughts on the whole thing. Also, because of the time difference, it's going to be difficult for those of us here in Europe to watch live, I think. I'm not entirely sure what the time difference is, but I remember it being similar in Japan last year. I'd sort of wake up and all the matches had recently finished. So I just have to catch up. Watch it as if it's live, even though it's not going out live, you know. You're actively being passive in VGC, and that's a really interesting way of putting it, Tony. But yeah, sometimes we need that little break, don't we? Next year, some locals and regionals. Good for you. Hope to see you there, Tony. Will it be on a different channel or this one you can't wait to see? Well, that's very kind of you, Beefy. I do have a YouTube channel where I was uploading little comedy sketches that I wrote, which is my name, Charlie Merriman. You can go and check those out if you want. They were good fun to make. There's a spoof of Midsummer Accidents. A spoof of Midsummer Murders called Midsummer Accidents. There is a spoof of Love Island, and there's a spoof of Fleabag / James Bond, combining the two. So yeah, maybe I'd put the show up on there. Maybe it would just be this channel. Yeah, I'm not sure. But I appreciate the fact that you're excited for it, Beefy. Thank you so much. Look forward to you seeing it too. $200 resets. Now, that first hour, of course, not much to go by because we had to rethink how many systems we were hunting on and so on, getting used to the process. So I'll be interested to see how many we're going to be able to do in an hour on average as we go forward. Midsummer accidents like the A24 movie? That's a good question, Beefy. So no, okay, so this is probably a show that you don't have in the US, but we have a TV show called Midsummer Murders, and it's Midsummer, Midsomer, which is a fictional county in the UK. And yeah, a detective works there solving murders each week. So not Midsummer as in Sweden, the festival, Midsummer as in a fictional place. So I was recording with Gabby Snyder today for Chazingdra Chats, the podcast, taking a stroll through the life stories of people in the Pokémon community, discovering the 6 Pokémon on their dream team along the way. And we had a really good chat. I hadn't realised that Gabby comes from a family with a lot of musical heritage. Grandfather was quite a prominent musician for the polka community. So it was really fascinating to learn that from Gabby, and you'll be able to hear the full episode in a couple of weeks' time. What questions came up there that we can talk about here? We did have a lot of chat about Kingdra, actually, I've got to say. Gabby rocked a Kingdra on a competitive team that she used to get top 4 in a regional. I think Kansas City it was. Ages ago. Or a few years ago. So that was exciting to hear. Kingdra being my favourite Pokemon, of course. Now, Gabby is a huge Bidoof fan, as you may well be aware of. And that's got me thinking, because we talked about this in terms of Bidoof, which Pokemon do you wish was better competitively? Which Pokemon do you wish was better competitively? There are so many potential answers to this. I'm sure that plenty of them are going to be tried out in Regulation Set H by various people. For me, let me think about that. Here in the Netherlands, you can see Midsummer Murders. You love the show, like most UK shows. Yeah, we got some good shows over here in the UK. Glad you enjoy Midsummer Murders, Tony. Yeah, you can, on my other channel, just my name, Charlie Merriman, you can find some of those sketches. Hope you enjoy Midsummer Accidents and the other sketches there. They were a lot of fun to make. Where does my... Oh, there we go. My family name come from? Interesting. So... the belief is, I need to brush up on this myself actually, Emeralds. The belief is it goes back to jesters in medieval times, entertaining the courts, and so on, which is really interesting. Kind of ties in with my sort of writing and acting background. And casting now. So yeah, entertainers. That's where it comes from, Emerald. Subscribe to the other channel. Thanks, Beefy. Appreciate it. You'll be the first person to do that in a long time. Yeah, obviously I'm not very active on that channel, but it was a repository for my sketches and things. Well, someday the stars will align and we can do a sketch together. Yeah, exactly, Beefy. That would be fun. Yeah, I still need to watch your sketch. It's on my to-do list. Think about it every day that I haven't watched it. Beefy, I'm sorry about that. It's a relatively long sketch, and also just been so busy with preparing for Fossil Week, preparing for my birthday, and sort of doing research into computers, cameras, that sort of thing. So thanks for bearing with me, and again, sorry that I haven't got around to doing that yet. Can't wait to see the show, Tony. Well, thank you so much. Yes. I do want to put the whole thing on YouTube. I wanted to get a new edit done of it, but then for various reasons seems like that might not be possible. But I have the show as it is, ready to go online, so... oh well. Chikorita family you wish were better competitively. Emerald, yeah. I think Meganium has potential. I don't think it would take much, put it this way, to make Meganium more viable. If it had Chlorophyll instead of Leaf Guard, that could be huge. So it gets Light Screen and Reflect. So a fast screen setter. That could be a good niche for it. Yeah, I guess that's the sub-question to this. What change would you make to make that Pokemon more viable? I think I'd probably give Meganium Chlorophyll as a starting point. Life is busy, exactly, Beefy. Yeah, well, thank you for understanding. Oops. You wish Druddigon was better competitively. Yeah, Beefy, it's a cool Pokemon, isn't it? It's been a while since I've even brushed up on Druddigon's stats and things like that. So yeah, I can't quite remember what we're dealing with when it comes to Druddigon. Wug Trio, Tony. Love that answer. Wug Trio. It's very fast. It could be powerful. But yeah, it's very frail. Unfortunately. Yeah, I wonder how we make Wug Trio better competitively. So better stats, you think, is the answer for Druddigon Beefy? Yeah, fair enough. What's the answer for Wug Trio? It's so fast and frail that probably you just make it even more so, I guess. Gooey is a very cool ability. But, again, it's so fast, maybe it doesn't need it. It's an interesting one. You think it has potential too? If they gave Empoleon competitive... Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. They could change Meganium's hidden ability, just like they did with Empoleon. Good point, Emerald, yeah. Would love that. Currently gets Leaf Guard, right, which blocks against status conditions when the sun is up. Tyler, good to see you. I hope you're doing well as well. Thanks so much for stopping by. We're back for Fossil Week. The resets are slower, but we went so over odds for Safari Week, surely we're going to find a shiny fossil. I love the fossil Pokemon. Tyler, we're talking about Pokemon that we wish were more competitively viable and the changes we would make to them in order to enable that. So let us know if there are any Pokemon you wish had more competitive viability. Some more moves and competitive. What, for Meganium? Oh, for Wugtrio, I assume. That could be good, yeah. Leaf Guard. Thick Fat, that'd be great. Yeah, a bit like Mega Venusaur. It just doesn't look like a Pokemon that would warrant having Thick Fat, does it? Unfortunately. New ability, take at least 1 or 2 hits. Physical hits make opponents leave. Oh my goodness, can you imagine? That'd be huge. Meganium would shoot up in viability if that were the case. Yeah, there's like a 10% chance of the opponent falling asleep if they use a physical move. Can you imagine? You've got your Earthtree Rapid Strike on the field, you switch in Meganium. We've got 3 chances to fall asleep with each hit. Cyclozar has a higher base stat total than Druddigon. Well, Cyclozar, I still think is a really cool Pokemon. Beefy. I love the shiny. So smooth. I think what we're going to do, everyone, by the way. Oh, yeah, of course. Yes. Wugtrio. Put the opponent to sleep, yeah. New ability, take 1 or 2 hits. Yes, no, makes sense. Meganium would make more sense in terms of putting the opponent to sleep, though. Being a grass type, powders and spores and so on. Wugtrio. Again, there's not much justification for why it would send the opponent to sleep for Wugtrio specifically. So I think what we're going to do, everyone, is once we reach 300 encounters, we're going to switch to Platinum. Do some shield on. So yeah, managing all 3 at the same time was a little bit of a stretch, unfortunately. Far easier for Safari Week. Druddigon is a very cool Pokemon. Beefy, of course. I'm trying to remember Druddigon's shiny now. Competitive. Oh, I see. And you were talking about Meganium, Emerald. Right. We're on track. Competitive to Meganium. Yeah. Yeah, that could work. Now with Shield on, the encounters are a little bit different because you can have multiple fossils at once. So I've got a party with 5 empty slots. You revive all the fossils, then you check them all, and then you reset. That means controlling only one system. I only have Platinum, I don't have Diamond or Pearl. So yeah, that should be quite manageable. And hopefully a little bit faster. Cyclizar is what the Paradox Pokemon Koraidon and Miraidon come from. That's why it has the most stats. Yeah, exactly. What's interesting about that, what I find interesting about Cyclizar, Koraidon, Miraidon, is why Koraidon and Miraidon are seen as legendary Pokemon. Is there actually anything in the game that suggests they're legendary Pokemon? Of course, their sort of alternate names are the Winged King, in the manner of the other past Paradox Pokemon, and Iron Serpent. But you'd think that Cyclizar itself, if it came from a legendary Pokemon and it becomes a legendary Pokemon, you think it would have some kind of legendary thing about it, right? Yeah, what made Koraidon legendary and then Miraidon legendary? Because they're all just known as Paradox Pokemon. So I'd love to know that distinction. Maybe just because of its ability, setting up the Sun/electric terrain and activating the photosynthesis/quark drive, respectively. They're lore in the textbooks, Emerald. Yeah, exactly. Oh, lore. Love a bit of lore. Pokemon does lore so well. Shiny is orange face cream, but yeah, I think you're right, Beefy, yeah. Full shiny Druddigon. Very cool. Not particular to any Pokemon. A special Intimidator would make many... yeah, of course. Special version of Intimidate. It's something that people have been talking about for a long time. I wonder if that will happen at some point. A special version of Intimidate. Intimidate drops the physical attack of the Pokemon on the other side of the field. And what would that ability be called? Intimidate and... I feel like for special attack it'd be more to do with sort of psychological worry, so... Seed of Doubt or something could be cool. Terrify. Something like that. Dissolve. I'm not sure. Hariyama isn't legendary, but Iron Hands is a Paradox. Yeah, it's true. But not all the Paradox Pokemon are legendaries, Emerald. That is a distinction. I do find the Paradox Pokemon that have an ancestor and a future form, like Volcarona and Donphan, really interesting. Possibilities are endless, really. We could see future further drops of Paradox Pokemon, who knows? It's harder to find opportunities to rehydrate in this one. Anxiety. Oh, that's a good name for it, actually, Beefy, yeah. Although anxiety sort of, I don't know, doesn't suggest that you're making your opponent anxious, I guess. But yeah, any suggestions on what this special version of Intimidate ability could be called? We'd be interested to hear. You want there to be an ability that sets up Trick Room right as you enter battle. Oh my goodness, that would be busted, Emerald. There'd have to be some kind of caveats. Trick Room is set up. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure that would be healthy for the metagame. Emerald. Alright, so in 18 encounters, we're going to switch to Platinum and do some shield on resets. That is for special intimidator names. Daunting, that's cool. Spooky, Terrifier, Awing. Awe-inspiring, maybe. Daunting is cool. Oops. Yeah, all very good suggestions, Sonny, yeah. Interesting to think about. Unnerve would have been... Unnerve. If it weren't used for anti-berries. Putting your opponent off eating the berry. Unnerve. Yeah, it could do, yeah. Maybe that would have been good. Beefy, since you're seeing Deadpool Wolverine, are you a Marvel fan? And if so, what's your favourite Marvel film? I'm not so up on my Marvel, I've got to admit. So interested to hear from you, your thoughts. Also, are we enjoying the Olympics? That started since the last stream. I literally finished Safari Month the day before the Olympic opening ceremony. What are we enjoying seeing at the Olympics? Even if I'm not watching it, it's just nice to know it's on. You can dip in a break or when you're having a snack. See what event is on. What have I enjoyed seeing so far? I enjoyed seeing some horse riding today. I don't know if it was dressage. It was jumping over, show jumping maybe, over the barriers around the course. The BMX that they've had recently, that was insane. Oh my goodness. That rugged terrain. Spell down for Special Intimidate, Emerald. Interesting. Interesting. Not a massive Marvel fan, Beefy. They lean too hard into every character being one line of funny. That's an interesting opinion. I think many people would agree with that. There is Logan. You've only seen it twice because it makes you cry. Ah, oh. Well, clearly a very potent film for you, Beefy. I won't ask what about it makes you cry because that's probably too much of a spoiler. If you're enjoying the stream, everyone, please do like and subscribe. All of those things. Really, really, really helpful. And that's 300, so we'll just do a bonus encounter here before we switch to shield on. Not a shiny Aerodactyl, and not a shiny Lily. So, there we go. Right. Let's get some shield on going. So if we put you here... I'll just have Some more cards going on in the background for people to enjoy. Or with a blank screen. Alright. Cool. Let's do some shield on. Logan, an amazing yet teary movie, Emerald. Let's see what the brightness does. It's a bit bright. It's a bit... Maybe that's a good level. I've seen some of the Olympic target shooting and some clips of Olympic judo on Facebook. Oh, cool. All right. Oops, sorry about the flickering. Oh my goodness, that flickering. Okay. Right. So the way this works is we've got one shield on here. We've got 4 more fossils. We're going to hand them all in and then we'll check them all at once. So we go out, come back in. A lot of things make them cry. Make you cry, whether happy, sad, or just amazing. Well, it's brilliant that you're so in touch with that sensitive side, I think, Beefy. I think that's very important. Not really interested in watching sports on TV. Oh, I see, Emerald, okay. Even though it's the Olympics, happening only every 4 years. Fair enough. I'm not so into watching sport on TV. But when it's the Olympics and the stakes are that high, or like the Euros, the World Cup, you know, then I'm into it. More, anyway. Alright. Easily moved by art, Beefy. Well, I think that's a very good thing to be. Open to the world around us. That's what that suggests. Haven't found time to watch, Tony, but you can't wait for the athletics. Yeah. Well, I believe that the athletics has started. Today. If I recall correctly. Right, let's check these shield on. Interesting. So, it doesn't help that it's an identical screen for each one. Alright, no shiny that. And then we reset and do another 5. Alright, let's do some more Pokemon Cry things. If I remember correctly, Scolipede has a really intense cry. Just looking at this card here that I've got on the very far left. Oh, I've got to hand him another fossil. Let me do a cry for you all to guess. Button matching ASMR. Exactly, Magnus. You're in the right place. Welcome, my friend. Good to see you again. How are you doing? Welcome to Fossil Week. We were just shiny hunting Lileep and Aerodactyl. Managing those two systems at once. Taking a little break, going for the shield on, doing 3 at the same time is tough. So, yeah, we're sort of alternating between them. Randomly bust out a Pokemon cry when you're not expecting it. Yeah, maybe I should do that. Oh, maybe I didn't give him another fossil. Let's move this number because it's not... Oh, didn't mean to move that. Let me move the number. It's not so easy to see. Good. That's better. Comfey. Comfey. Let me just remember. Just remember Comfey. Comfey. I caught a shiny one last week as well. What is Comfey's cry? Oh, I see. So I'm out of fossils. Let's see if any of them are shiny. Probably better to do this, actually, than I know I'm changing screens. Alright. Comfey's cry. It's taking me a little bit to remember this. Sorry, yeah, I'm blanking on Comfey's cry. I'm gonna have to have a further think about that. So let me give you a random one for you to guess. Okay, here we go. It's very difficult. Who's that Pokemon? I'm going to tell you right off the bat because it's a tough one. It's from Generation 3. Generation 3. Magnus. Okay, something like And yet, I do know what you mean. I just can't recall the melody of it. Hello, Jack. Good to see you. Yes. I've been very well. I've been enjoying my week out of the Safari Zone, and now we're here for Fossil Week. We've been going for Lileep and Aerodactyl so far this evening, Jack, but because I can't do all three systems at the same time, we're now doing some separate shield on resets. So let's see how those go. How are you, Jack? Have you had a good week? Fantastic to see you again. Okay, yes, so that's 5. Let's see if we have any shinies. We do not. And we reset. We do 5 more. Now then. Oh, Beefy, you just watched Midsummer Accidents. Exactly. If you want to see some of the sketches that I've done, you can find them on my YouTube channel, Charlie Merriman. The first YouTube channel I had where I did, you know, bits of comedy before getting more into Pokemon. I'm glad you enjoyed. Let me just go back to this cry here. It was not Slowbro. It was not Registeel. And it's Generation 3, Jack, just so you know. Slowbro. Object T like Solrock or Baltoy. It's a very good guess, Magnus, but no, it's not, actually. Oh, sorry. I just denied him a fossil when that's exactly what I want. Now, the Saurians at the museum. Exactly, Jack. Night at the museum. It is a humanoid shape. That'll be a nice cute clue. It's a humanoid shape. It's not Slackoth, Tony. Slackoth. I've got my Slackoth plush back here. How you doing, Percy? Good to see you. Slackoth is... I've heard Slackoth cry so many times. Come on, what is it? I can't recall it. You've always been solid, Jack. You're excited for Regulation H. Yeah, very exciting, isn't it? Currently just throwing Pokemon together to see if you can get anything you love. Love it. Good plan, Jack. Do some experimentation. Right, any shiny shield on in chat? No. Welma, Tony, it's not Welma. Relicanth Emerald, it's not Relicanth. You're about to watch them all, Beefy. Enjoy. Enjoy going through all of those sketches. Harry Armor Magnus. I'm going to give that to you. I was going for Makuhita, but Makuhita, Harry Armor, similar cry. So yes, very good. Good job. Makuhita, Harry Armor, yeah. Humanoid shape, exactly. Good stuff. So now, Magnus, you get to suggest one for me to do. Makuhita Jack, yeah, exactly. And yes, would it be cheating? Not necessarily cheating, Jack, no. Professor Birch, when the Zigzagoon attacks him. I think Professor Birch would be more like, ah! Rather than... God of War. Tony. It's an interesting guess. God of War is a little bit more sort of ethereal. Sort of thing. Have I done Jinx, Mags? I have done Jinx. I'll do it again. But you get another suggestion as well for a cry to do. Jinx is... slightly wavy. Called it. Going to sleep that night. Maybe, Jack, yeah. Magnus, you can suggest another one since we've done Jinx before. But I hope you enjoyed that, Jinx, Magnus. Jinx is a fun one to do. And I'll, in the meantime, brainstorm one to make your guess. I've got one. Spiritomb. Spiritom's crying. Ugh. Might have to get back to you about Spiritomb, Magnus. Spiritomb. Oh, yeah, no, I've got it. Yeah, very difficult one to replicate, but let's give it a go. It's like, Spiritomb is like that. I like the sort of diminuendo and crescendo that it does. You know, getting starts quite loud and then it gets quiet, it gets louder again. What do we think about that? It's a difficult one to replicate. So, I'm relatively pleased with how that Spiritomb came out. How about all of you? What do you think? I love that impression of how Spiritomb sounds. Magnus. Yeah, exactly. Hope we enjoyed that. And I'm going to give you a one to guess, okay? What do we think of that? Which Pokemon is that? Might be more like save me. Spiritomb stole my soul. Yeah, Spiritomb. That cheeky. I hate to remind myself of Spiritomb's lore actually, but yeah, something to do with souls, isn't it, Jack? Oh wow, we've really gone in hard on the Whalmer line here. Jack saying Wailord and Whalmer. Magnus saying car racing outside your window at 3 AM. Yeah, it's a good guess. It's not Whalmer, Emerald and Jack. It's not Wailord either. I can tell you it's from a more recent generation. Scary hypnotized sound. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, who's that Pokemon? From a more recent generation. Varoom. Good guess, Jack. Good guess. It's not. It's not Varoom. I've always found this cry that I'm impersonating such an interesting one. Yeah, Varoom's like... and this Pokemon's... there's a bit more richness to it. Clue on the type, Jack. You can. And Raging Bolt from you, Tony, no, it's not. Raging Bolt is like... It's so interesting what the Paradox Pokemon do to their sort of base Pokemon cries. Because they're essentially the same, but with the past Paradox Pokemon... Oh. It's sort of got a... afterwards, and if it's a future Paradox Pokemon, it's a more futuristic... like... like gears shifting. Carcol, Jack, no, it's not. It's not Revavroom either, Jack. I'd have given it to you if it had been Revavroom. I'd have given it to you at Varoom. But so it is a Generation 9 Pokemon, and your clue is Ghost type. Ghost type. Generation 9 Pokemon. Pilot's Mind Tony? No, it's not. Pilot's Mind's like... Durr. Durr. Mabostiff Magnus? No. Houndstone? It's not Houndstone. Annihilape Emerald? No, it's not Annihilape. Annihilape's like... it's hard. Even though, obviously, the later generations, they have more sonic capability, so it could be easier to replicate the cry. It's very often not, because of the other little bells and whistles they put in there. It is Skeledirge, Magnus. Well done, Skeledirge. And yes, I gave you a cheeky clue there with Ghost rather than Fire. So very good. Terra Ghost on Dozer, Magnus. Love that. So Magnus, yeah, you get to suggest another cry for me to do. Very good. You're good at this, Magnus. Bramblegast, Jack, and Ceruledge. Good guesses, but no. Yeah, so on Platinum, if anyone's unaware, because in Diamond and Pearl, the fossil that you find underground is dependent on the version that you're playing. Oops. In Diamond, you find skull fossils, which become Cranidos. Trying to stop the flickering here. There we go. In Pearl version, you find armor fossils, which become Shieldon. And in Platinum, if the last digit of your trainer ID ends in an even number, then you get armor fossil for Shieldon. If it ends in an odd number, then you get skull fossils for Cranidos. But I thought it was the other way around. I thought that even number you'd get armor fossils for Shieldon, and even number you would get odd number you get Cranidos, even number you get no. I thought it was odd number you get Shieldon, even number you get Cranidos. But it's the other way around. And that was great, because Shieldon is what I wanted to hunt. Sorry, that was a very confusing way of explaining everything there, but yes. Basically, I was hoping that I'd be able to find Shieldon armor fossils in my Platinum version. And I was able to. So that was a nice surprise. So to find a shiny Shieldon would be huge. I'd love that. I love Shieldon. I love the shiny. I love Bastiodon. So... Oh yeah, oops. Probably would have gotten it if I'd said fire. Well, exactly, Jack. We've got to keep you on your toes, haven't I? Make it a little bit harder. Primarina, Magnus. I will do Primarina's cry for you. I have done it before, but let's do it again. It's been a while. After I've checked these Shieldon. No. Adamant. That would have been cool. Okay, here we go. Primarina. Obviously, it sounds a little bit more graceful than that, but you can see what I'm going for. Luminion, if I've done it. If I've done Primarina. Well, I have. Luminion is a great cry. Sorry about my voice crack there. Luminion, if I've done it. There we go, that's a little bit deeper. A little bit less voice crack-like. Luminion. Luminion's cry. There's a little echo to Luminion's cry, isn't there? Know what I'm saying? So there you go, Primarina and Luminion. Primarina. Luminion. I'm relatively pleased with that. So, unaware, like Skeletor's inability. Very nice, Jack. Very nice. Good knowledge. Magnus 2, rest of the world, nil. Exactly. Magnus is so good at this. Really coming into their own. Oh, whistle it, Magnus. That's a good idea. Yeah. That's better, isn't it? These encounters and resets take a little while, don't they? Maybe, whereas I didn't for Safari Week, maybe for Fossil Week, I'll continue to hunt off stream. I think it might be a wise idea. Because we want to find a shiny within the week. Unlike full Safari Week. Thank you, Tony. Excellent. Oh, appreciate that. For my Primarina and my Luminion. You have abilities, Jack. What Pokemon are you excited to use in Regulation Set H, Jack? For me, of course, Kingdra. There'll be others, I'm sure. Porygon Z, I'm interested in that too. Interested in giving that a go. Fossil Month. No, Jack. Stop it. Stop it. Alright, let me do another cry for you to guess. Who should I do? Alright, let me just check these shield on. Bit of a jump. What about the intro theme of Yellow version? Wow. Oh, Trick Room Oranguru, Tony. Yeah, that's huge. Oranguru. Instruct. Massive. I love the move Instruct. I love Oranguru. Love to hear that. Yeah, Oranguru could be huge. And if you want to hear Oranguru's cry... Big fan of that cry. The intro theme of Yellow version. I'm actually not so familiar with the intro theme of Yellow version, so sorry about that, Magnus. Thought the was a cry. You can guess the but no, that was just a Jack. That was just a thinking noise. If anyone has any suggestions, then do go ahead. It was your childhood with the surfing Pikachu and the balloons. I see. Yes. Very nice, Magnus. All you remember from it is Pikachu's cry. Pikachu's cry was like... Jim-bida-boom. Jim-bida-boom. Alright, let's check these. Is that Charlie's cry? Now, what cry am I going to do? Come on. Oh, I know. That's better. Quite hard to replicate this one. Difficult. Gen 9 Pikachu cry. Well, it goes back to bim, bim, bim. Whereas in Generation 7 and 8, it's saying the name. Movie Reggie Rock Chat, you can. I think we've done this one before. Here we go. Un. Slower Oranguru to instruct any of the Earth Lunars. Oh my goodness, now we're talking, Tony. Oh, now we're talking. Perhaps especially with telepathy, and especially with the regular Earth Lunar, not Blood Moon, and then you can have Earthquake, massive earthquakes being fired off. That could be big. Garchomp Emerald. Don't know if that's a suggestion or a guess, but the one I was trying to do is, I think, a little bit too difficult, so I'm just going to abandon that. Garchomp. What is Garchomp's crying? Yeah, I'm struggling to remember Garchomp's cry, I'm afraid. G-Max Pikachu, yeah, exactly. P. Come on, stop flickering, please. Thank you. And you've started flickering again. That's good. Psyduck is the guess there. It was Slowpoke, but I think Slowpoke is too difficult to replicate. Psyduck's like... Ooh, that came out quite well. Having too much of the bubbly Damien. No, just doing my Pokemon cries. Ducklet and Farfetch'd. Ooh, Farfetch'd. Farfetch'd. Where's Farfetch'd's cry? Oh. Farfetch'd cry. I can't remember it. I'm sorry. Sorry. Been a while since I've thought about Farfetch'd. Exactly, Luke. Reggie Rock movie Moltres would destroy your throat. I'm not so familiar with the movie and anime cries, I'm afraid, so, yeah. I won't be destroying my throat tonight. Check this shield on. Movie 2000 Lugia. Favorite cries from Behem, Damien. From what I remember, Algae and Behem, really cool cries actually, but I can't remember them well enough. Obviously an edited version of all cries. Yeah. Catchy tune underneath I got here. Well, you can see a compilation actually, Tony. One of the YouTube shorts I did was just all of the Pokemon cries. That I'd done in one particular sitting. So yeah, you can enjoy that. And if we're enjoying everyone, you know what to do. Please do like and subscribe. Really does go a long way, it means a lot. Thank you so much. Now, my birthday coming up soon, after which point we can stream things from the Switch. I enjoy the retro hunting too, don't get me wrong, but yeah, really gives us more options for streaming, so very much looking forward to that. There'll be a Silver Dream Team quest. There will be, I have Untouched Hidden Treasure of Area Zero DLC. So I'll do some kind of challenge run with that. Maybe put it up to a vote. I'm not sure. It's a shame the scientist isn't directly above, in a straight line above the map, so that we can get through the encounters a little bit faster, but there we go. Any shiny shield on in chat? No. Jack, the legendary birds from the movies, yeah, I assume they would. But from the games, we can do that. We can do that. Articuno. Zapdos. It's a bit crazy, Zapdos. Moltres. I believe Moltres is like, oh no, maybe I'm confusing it with someone. Moltres, I think it's, but I might be confusing that with a different Pokemon. Yeah, that's more Raichu actually, maybe. Moltres. Anyway, those are a couple of legendary birds. Zoroark, Jack. Zoroark. Because Zoroark always comes out as the Pokemon is imitating, or the Pokemon it's making an illusion of, Zoroark's cry itself, I can't remember so well. VGC streams, exactly, Jack. Yep, some competitive streams. Looking forward to doing some of those. Soon. Coming soon. What, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, Damien. After we check this shield on. On the Switch a few days ago, there's an ongoing event, but the event ends in 4,920 days. Oh wow, okay. You've got a bit of a leeway then, there, Damien, in terms of participating in that. Wow. 4,920 days. Sure, exaggerating, but what is this event, Damien? May 26, 2043. Wow. Early happy birthday from me. Thank you so much, Tony. Thank you. Appreciate that. Very kind of you. Battle spot blindfolded. That could be fun. Blindfolded competitive stream. baby Pokemon challenge for the DLC. Ooh, interesting. That's a really interesting idea. I like that. I think there has to be some kind of shiny hunting involved too. But I really like that idea, Tony. That's not it's not one I've thought of before. I like it. A YouTuber went into battle spot blindfold, didn't do too badly. Wow, fascinating. So what? This YouTuber presumably knew the order of moves on the Pokemon that he had and stuff, right, Damien? Or am I wrong? Because that would be insane if not. I'm just working it out as it goes along. No shiny. May 26th is your birthday, Beefy. Oh, cool. Okay. Did you have a nice birthday this year? What were your plans? Shiny baby Pokemon. Yeah, I could do that, Tony. Could do. Oh, right. Okay, so a lot of unlockables in that game, Damien. Oh, I love a game where you unlock stuff. That motivation. Keep going. Stuff like Spyro the Dragon. Oh, yeah. Remember unlocking abilities like swimming and head bashing, I think it was. You flip upside down, ram the ground with your horns. Any other Spyro the Dragon fans in chat? May 26th, 2043, Damien. Yeah. We'll look out for that birthday for you, Beefy. Oops. Don't remember your birthday, Beefy. What? Have you given us the wrong day? Or you never remember that it is your birthday? Don't forget your birthday. We're here to help remind you, celebrate with you. That makes me sad. Breeding allowed. Thanks, Tony. Yeah. We could work with that. Aiming to finish the main story before any of the events in-game. Fair enough, yeah. So you want to play through a Pokemon game before attempting the DLC, right? It's another full batch of shield on. Armor fossils given. You love Spyro, Beefy? Nice. Yeah, that was my very first video game when I was younger. What everyone else's first video games? Very first video games. Always a nostalgic thing to talk about. Yeah, I loved Spyro as well. For me, the original game is still the best. Oops. I loved how innocent it was. How difficult it was as well, working out how to get to certain areas, you know. Oh, you don't remember how you celebrated your birthday this year? Yeah, it makes more sense, Beefy, yes. Sorry, as soon as I said that, exactly what I'd said had slipped my mind. Children are so cute. Now then. First games were Snake, Rattle and Roll, Chippendale, Rescue Rangers, Mega Man, Time Lord, Marble Madness on the NES when you were 3. Wow. A array of classic games there, Damien. Amazing to hear those names. If any of you were to design a new fossil Pokemon, so based on a new prehistoric creature that has not been Pokemonized, let's say, before, which prehistoric creature would it be? Ooh, the mind boggles. I'm surprised there's no Stegosaurus Pokemon yet. I'd love to see a Stegosaurus. Super RC Pro AM, which came bundled with your Game Boy. Wow. What's the RC, Luke? What was that game? I guess is my question. Don't remember what your first game was, but Yoshi's Island is the first game you remember really playing to win. Ah, cool. Megalodon would be cool. Yeah, Damien. I guess Lapras is kind of a Plesiosaur vibes, or Ichthyosaur sort of thing. But it's not a fossil Pokemon, so that'd be interesting. You could easily see Lapras as a fossil Pokemon, couldn't you? Giant fossil shark. Yeah, I love that, Damien. Megalodon. Whew. Also, it's interesting. Yeah, here's a question. So many of the fossil Pokemon are part rock type. Of course, they come from rocks. They're revived from rocks. What if it wasn't part rock type? What else would they be? For example, Kabuto. Kabutops kind of seems like water bug, which would be really cool. Omanyte, Omastar. Rock kind of works for that because of the shell, although it could be steel, I guess. Remote control is a racing game. Oh, cool, Luke. Nice. Spinosaurus, interesting, Beefy, yeah. And similar to a Stegosaurus. But yeah, what typings do we think? I think Kabutops would probably be water bug. Omastar might be... I can see Omastar staying as water rock, actually. Fossil early version of an ape. Wow, Tony. Really interesting idea, yeah. And then Lily Cradley, if anything, seems like it should be water grass. It's like a sea anemone thing. Water grass could be huge for Cradley. Armaldo. Maybe Bug and Rocky's good for Armaldo. I remember I chose the Claw Fossil in game and received my Anorith. Rock Bug, I remember that type combination blowing my mind when I was younger. Just like the Flygon that I evolved. Dragon Ground and Vibrava. Dragon Ground. Never before seen at that point. Very excited about that. And Generation 4, Bastiodon, Steel. That would just be steel. What do you think about that? We've just broken 403 encounters, everyone. Yes, these encounters are much slower, or these resets are much slower than the Safari Zone encounters. I think it's about 2 minutes per set of 5. So 5 in 2 minutes, that's... basically not many in an hour. So, yes, I'll probably be hunting these off stream. And then what other... Bastiodon, yeah, I'm saying pure steel for that. And then for Rampardos, pure rock for Rampardos is an odd one. I can see why. Rockhead ability. I think pure ground makes more sense for Granados. Or Rampardos. Yeah, maybe pure ground. Anyway, interesting. What if you had 2 different fossils stuck together again like in Galar? I love that. But obviously it begs the question what the original Pokemon were and why they were never recovered properly. Very interesting conundrum that the Generation 8 games pose. Chain Fossil didn't start as baby fossil Pokemon. Oh yeah, we could have. Pokemon that evolves into Aerodactyl. That'd be really interesting. I could definitely see an Aerodactyl predecessor. Fossil Nessie, yeah. Loch Ness Monster. Very good knowledge, Donny, yeah. That's, again, Loch Ness Monster, very Lapras vibes. So yeah, Lapras does just have those fossil vibes. Draco just look like those little robot things from TMNT. Not so familiar with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Damien, I'm afraid. Oh yeah, taking the Galar fossil proviso. Sticking 2 together would be funny. Bastiodon and Cradily. Massive fortress head. Just rooted to its surroundings. Generation 5 we got Tortuga, Caracosta, Archen, and Archeops. Okay, and Rock Flying doesn't really work for Archen and Archeops. Archeops, I can almost see it's so vibrant, I can almost see it as Fire Flying. Just pure flying. Caracosta. Yeah, I guess Rock Water kind of works for Caracosta. Fossil Mr. Mime. Turns out it's an alien, Tony, yeah. That's hilarious. Alright. I'm going to do a cry fuel to guess. No, I didn't even give him a fossil to revive. Let me see. Oh, yeah, here we go. It's like, Generation 9. Gonna go straight in with Generation 9. Who's that Pokemon? See, it's like, yeah. Maybe. Does it ring any bells for anyone, then let me know. Excalibur, very good, Beefy, very good. I'm impressed, because that was not my finest work. It was Excalibur. Very nice, Beefy. So, you get to suggest one for me to do. Tony Frigoroth, no. Frigoroth. Sort of thing. Shaker, hello, good to see you. How are you doing? The reflection on the DS gives banger angles. Yeah. Yeah, really, yeah, look at that. Yeah, it's a shame it's not clearer. Apologies for that, but you should still be able to make out the shiny. Nothing else because the little star that will be there on the status screen, the summary screen when we go through them. Good to see you. How you doing, Shaker? Hope you've had a good week. Welcome to the weekend. Oh, what am I doing? Got 3 more to revive. Sounded almost identical. Beefy. Fair enough. Yes. Well, Girafarig is very similar to Porygon 2, as we had worked out before on stream. And then Frigoroth is that. Well, it's a palindrome cry, but they take the central bit and then make that the repeated thing. Sort of thing. Excalibur is... That was good. That was a decent impression. Glad you're doing good, Shaker. Turtonator to be for you. Darmanitan. Sorry to disappoint you, Beefy, but Darmanitan, been a little while since I've heard Darmanitan's cry. It's not in Generation 9, of course. Oops. Darmanitan. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, Beefy. I'll have to look up Darmanitan as well. Oop. Time to check the shield on. What other cry shall I do? Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, I have done that one before, actually. Okay, here's one. Who's that Pokemon? It's Generation 1. Generation 1. Suggestion can go to Tony to pick. Sure, Tony, you can give me a crowd guess, and also what's this one? And that's Generation 1. It's a Generation 1 Pokemon. And it is a water type. Water type. Alright everyone, I think we're going to get to 450 resets and then we'll call it a stream. So yeah, much slower, aren't they, these encounters, than Safari Week. But, I do love fossil Pokemon, so it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. And I will continue hunting off stream. So we can hopefully leave with a shiny from Fossil Week. And as we turn our attention to the end of the stream, I will... The next stream might be Sunday, it might be Monday. I'll have to see. It won't be tomorrow though. Just so you're aware. So potentially Sunday. And it might be earlier on Sunday if I do stream on Sunday. Potentially on Monday. But I will let you know. And also, what are everyone's plans this weekend? Beefy, I hope you enjoy Deadpool Wolverine. I've heard good things about it. I've heard funny things about it, as we'd expect. Was it Magikarp or Psyduck Shaker? Both use the same base. That's a good point, but no, it was not. It was not. Burnout. But it is a water type. And its main colour is pink. Pink. Pink water type. Burnout. Sure, listen while you shower. Go ahead. See you in the chat soon. Burnout. Whose cry is that? This is really stumping everyone. Interesting. A pink water type from Generation 1. And yeah, again, what's everyone's plans this weekend? Shelter or Cloister, Tony? It's not. You guess Slowpoke, Shaker, you're very close. You're very close. Not Slowpoke. I might as well just say Slowbro. It was pretty obvious from that. Slowbro. Obviously it's hard to replicate in human voice form. A Slowpoke I was trying to do earlier. Burnout. Sort of thing. Burnout. That wasn't bad, actually. No shiny that. Shelter and Cloister. I'm trying to remember Shelter and Cloister's cries. Okay, what else can we do? You can give me one to do for you, or I can give you one to guess. Okay, here's one for you to guess. Who's that? Generation 2. Who's that Pokemon? Probably the last one we do tonight. You're really cool, Screamtail. But again, the Paradox Pokemon are just sort of... they're the same as the base Pokemon, just with some past-like sounds added if it's Scarlet, and some future-like sounds added if it's Violet, I think. Screamtail's like... And the... boom, boom is sort of the past sound that happens at the end. You know? Mankey, it is not Mankey, Beefy. Welcome, Jake. You're just in time to guess a cry. Good to see you, Jake. How are you doing? Good to see you again. Welcome to Fossil Week. We're going for some Shield-On resets now. We were doing some Lily Aerodactyl earlier. It's too much to manage 3 systems at once for this one. So, yeah, we're probably going to be sort of rotating between a few at once. Good evening, Toasted. Good to see you again. How are you? How's your week been? How is your Kurt studio pixel art coming along? Very much looking forward to seeing the finished product. And it is Ho-Oh Beefy. Very good. Would you have got that? Ho-Oh? People who have just joined? And what are we up to this weekend? Ronnie, hello, welcome back. Good to see you. You're here. Yeah, we've moved on to just hunting Shieldon in Platinum. I'm going to have to rotate, I think, because doing the resets across 3 games simultaneously was a little bit much. And actually, we're about to do the final batch of 5 resets of the night, so you're just in time. Lady Anthony, no, it was Ho-Oh. Beefy got it. Lady Ann's like, boop, boop. And that was just a less intense version of that. Boop, boop. And Lady Ann, boop, boop. Alright, final 5. What was about the Ho? It was the cry, Ronnie. Right on time, Ronnie. Yeah, I know, sorry. Yeah, didn't sleep that well last night, as we were saying at the beginning of the stream, Ronnie. So yeah, pretty tired. We've been going for roughly 3 hours, and we will have been. But how was your little meeting, Ronnie? I hope it went well. Yeah, Friday night meeting, that is a... that's intense, but I hope it was like a meeting of friends rather than a meeting. And how is it being back at work, Ronnie? Hope it's fun. I hope it's not too draining. Didn't sound like oh well, fair enough, Ronnie. Letting it sound like that. Good. But I crack you up, Sonny. Well, good. We're here to have a laugh. And hello, Jamie. Yes, here we go again. Fossil Pokemon. Now, these encounters are much slower than the Safari Zone, because we've got to reset the game. Wait for the fossil to be revived. And I will be doing some hunting off-stream for this one, everyone, for Fossil Week, because the encounters do take a little while. Alright, here we go. Final 5. Are we going to have a shiny shield on here? No, we're not. Not even any Pokerus to check this time. Alas. Oops, sorry about that flickering. Focus. There we go. Preparing a new season for a draft league. Oh, cool, Ronnie. That sounds a lot of fun. Oh, let me do these final 5. Glad you're doing well. You added Celebi. Oh, nice. Yeah, little Celebi peeking in. Love that idea. That should be great. You have to be back at work in the week of the 12th. You have another week off. Oh, great. Oh, fantastic. Good. So, yeah, just a little dip your toe back into work, have another break, go back. Love it. Okay then, everyone. So, that's the first day of Fossil Week. We've only reached 453 encounters, much slower than Safari Week. So, yeah, as I say, I will be doing some encounters off stream to see if we can get that shiny during Fossil Week. In terms of the next stream, potentially Sunday, potentially Monday, not sure yet which, but as always, it'll be on my socials. All my socials are linked below if you want to keep an eye on those. And the Fossil Week skits that I'll be doing, I did the first one today, as well as all the other things I have going on as a creator and a caster, etc. Got my Discord community link below as well. It'll be a pleasure to see any of you in there if you're not a member already. Chazingdra's Chocolate Factory, come join the merry folk. We have a merry old time in there. Got my Patreon link below if you want to support me as a creator. Got my podcast, Chazingdra Chats. New episodes drop every Wednesday. Next week, we'll be having Kirk Dubay, Doob Snacks. And this week, of course, we released Taron Birdie's episode of the podcast. So I'll be interested to hear your thoughts on that. Video game competitor, of course, Taron Birdie. I hope you all have fantastic weekends. I hope you have nice plans ahead of you. I've got my event vlogs as well on the channel for the events that I cast. And I record my... just have a little behind-the-scenes little tour of the stuff that we do on those Pokemon events, so I hope you all enjoy those very much. So, Fossil Week has begun. Shieldon in Platinum, Lileep in Sapphire, and Leaf Green, we're going for Aerodactyl. So, let's see what shines. I'll be doing some encounters off stream, as I say, so maybe we'll find a shiner before the end of the week. But thanks so much, everyone, for joining the stream. If you enjoyed, please do like and subscribe. All those things are really, really, really important. Hope to see you on the next one, be it Sunday or Monday. Thanks so much for hopping back in, those of you who made it late, Toasted and Rani. Shame you can be around for longer, but maybe for the next one. Have a fantastic weekend. Thank you, Tony, for the showing your luck off stream and, of course, on stream. Have a very merry rest of your day.